Mm. And it's freezing. Mm, mm, mm. Woo! Lord have mercy, Jesus. Let me tell y'all something. I know y'all probably gonna see this in the morning. Whoever's up, whoever's up, come on through. Child, the reunion was something. First of all, the reunion was something. But why the ending tripped me out? You know, when I had to go back and listen to what Denise said before I came on here and talked to you guys. Denise said, I can't remember verbatim, but she was like, "This is from Joy. Thank you guys. I love you." She said, "Edwin, Jay, you guys keep on, ready to love and da da da." And at the time, when you hear the message, it's like, "Oh, okay, well, bro." When Joy called that out, I was like, because if it was me, I would look. I can't sit here and just be like, "Oh, I understand." As far as this is concerned, because I actually don't understand that. I really do not understand that somebody lost somebody in their life, and it's a serious thing. Because I have a sibling of my own. We all have a family member or whatever, and we dealt with a lot of death this year anyway. But so when Joy lost her sister, and when Denise said what she said, everybody was like, "Okay, well, I understand. That's cool." She told her that, but when Joy said, "I did not tell her to say that message," that's what threw everybody off. Now, I got a few things to say. First, I'm going to say, no, I do not agree with Denise coming on there and saying that. I don't. I don't agree with Denise coming on there and saying it, because that was not her right to actually come on there and say that. That was for Joy. If Joy would have said that to somebody, to me, if anybody, it would be to Jay. I don't know if he would tell the woman anything. And I remember I was thinking, how would she have time with all that going on to even send a message? Now, because I can understand where Joy was coming from. Y'all forgive me if there's a little loud background. I have the heater on because it's kind of chilly out here. I understood where Joy was coming from, because I didn't understand the message that Denise was trying to send by saying, "Hey, this is from Joy." Now, if she would have just said, "Hey," if she would have just said, "Hey, I'm pretty sure that Joy wants us to go on and, continue the show." If Denise would have said something like that, I would be like, "Oh, okay, you know what? Yeah, she do want us to, blah, blah, blah. She's encouraging for us to find love. I get that." But when you said, "I'm speaking for Joy specifically," that is weird. I will admit that. I don't understand where that was coming from. I do believe maybe Denise was trying to. I'm not gonna speak for Denise because I don't know where she was coming from. I don't think she was being mean. I really don't. I don't think she was being malicious. I just don't understand where that came from to speak for somebody who just lost their sibling. And Joy was straight up. Joy was like, "I don't get the message." Now, I will admit, I will admit, wait a minute, what was 804? Hold on right quick. Where is my? Okay. My bad, y'all. I had to check on my money right quick. Anyway, hold on. Hey, Lynn. How you doing, Lynn? Now we know the producers told Simone to confront Jed by going to Wendy's room. They were going to each other's room a lot. They wanted that out. Jay, smooth operator. Oh, you know what? Before we get to the Jay thing, Lynn, let me talk about this real quick with Denise, because people when Denise came to the back room. Now, Rashid, you came at Denise because you don't like her. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Rashid don't like Denise. Rashid don't like the way that she called him a narcissist on TV in the beginning. I'm not saying that he's wrong for feeling that way. I'm stating the fact. I mean, stating what I saw, not fact. And Rashid was ready. That was narcissistic. When he heard that she gave them a message, and the whole time they were thinking that was from Joy. I can understand where everybody was upset, because this entire time, everybody, even Tommy, everybody actually thought that the message that was said by Denise was actually from Joy when she went to go to, you know, with her family. And that's why everybody was really upset. And I get that. I get that. I get why they were pissed off. They were pissed. Okay. Because even if I'm not mistaken, and this might be wrong for to say, the first guy who got removed from the show, the very first one, he even said, Simone said myself, you weren't even on the show. But I was being mean, but I was saying he wasn't even on the show. And even he was talking some mess, talking about, wait a minute. So now they are looking at her and saying stuff like, you're narcissist, and look, like I said, Rashid and Adriana, was I surprised they were the first two to say something when they realized that that wasn't true? Come on. We weren't even shocked by that. We knew that they were going to say something. I don't know what her reasons were behind it. I really don't. Okay, now, Lynn says, now we know why the producers told Simone to confront Jay about going to. Well, no, I don't know. Well, no, this is what happened. I don't think they told her to. Well, okay. Simone was trying to talk to Jay the whole time about the situation before the next day or whatever it was. And the producers kept putting her off. They kept saying, talk to Jay later or whatever he was. So when they finally said, okay, Jay ready to talk to you, she goes outside. She sees Joyce sitting there. So they were setting up for like a mess. But the situation with the Denise thing, and yeah, they're watching the rooms. And Simone said that. If you look at my first interview, she dropped some gems. She didn't drop it loud, but she dropped a few gems that first interview. And she said they're watching from room to room, and she said she didn't even realize it. And see, I didn't realize that she was dropping tea. See, they were watching from room to room. And even though they got very upset with Simone by making that statement by saying, you know, you're going from room to room. Sorry, you and Jay was in a room with no shirt on or whatever it was. They got very upset that Simone said that. But then when you watch the tapes back, you see room to room, room to room, room to room. And I'm not saying just because they was in each other's room that something happened, because I don't think that. I think people could be in the room late night and then popping. Now maybe the conversation might be some stuff. But that don't mean something popped off. I'm just being honest. And they probably didn't know that the camera were rolling. And, well, I don't know how they didn't know, but the camera were rolling and was watching them going from room to room, point blank, period. Okay, because I saw one time stamp. I gotta go back and look at it. It was one time stamp, and I really didn't want to highlight that. I was, just being real, but it was one time stamp, but it was like 341. No, I'm sorry, one something, and then when he came out with 341. So I mean, 4-hour conversations do happen now. Don't get it twisted, y'all. Y'all know them late night conversations can get deep. I will never assume that just because two people are in a room that something physical is going to happen. I don't assume that. People do assume stuff like that, but I've never done that because of my life and things I've been through. Don't ever assume just because you don't know what it is. So I know you guys in the chat are gonna leave comments in the morning. I already know because you got my community reviews crew is gonna come through the chat. I'm sorry, the chat. Y'all gonna come through in the morning. Once this drops, you're gonna watch it tomorrow. Y'all gonna have a lot to say. So let me ask you guys this before, because you guys are asleep. What do you guys feel about what Denise did? When somebody has lost somebody, sometimes people do like, hey, I just want to say, they probably want us to push through. Let's keep going with the show. If they were still, that kind of, that kind of, you know. But when she said, I have a message from Joy, that's where she messed up at, though. I have to admit that. That is where Denise messed up at. And when she said, I have a message from Joy. Or I'm not saying it verbatim, but pretty much. If she would have just went there on her own and said, I think we should go on. If Joy was here, she wants us to try to find love or whatever. That's when I was like, and the thing about it, it's almost like Joy was like the show a little bit because like as soon as Joy left, we lost 3 people in one episode. One episode. If you think about it, and I'm not trying to, it was Joy left and boom, here comes Jay gone. Bam, there go Edward. And Rashid about to leave too because the next episode, but I'm not to get that deep into that because we'll probably talk about that next reunion. But yes, he was about to roll out. Rashid was, but I just Denise, girl, I'm usually on Denise's side about a lot of stuff, not about everything, but I usually am on her side about a lot of stuff, and I did not agree. Oh, my face was itching. I did not agree with her saying that because when somebody is, dealing with death, you got to be very sensitive about how you react to a person, the things that you say. It's very critical and very, very scary. I can remember I lost my dad. It's like you just got to be very sensitive. It's you just got to tread it very lightly because you're going through so much, and everybody at the time was very emotional. And at that moment, even with her speaking up, it would have been more, like I said, been more or less of a, this is messed up. Let's go on without her. Let's support her in spirit or whatever. The entire crew was looking crazy at Denise after that. I knew Rashid and Adrienne were going to be the first one to say something, but I think even Alex said something. I got the video. It's on my Instagram. It's on my Instagram. But I'm telling you, that was one of the first things that everybody was like, damn. And they was mad. They was pissed off at Denise. Because I had to go back and replay it because I was like, bro. And when George started to cry, it bothered me. I was like, Laura, I don't know how she did it. That had to have been a really hard time. And I really feel bad for her because that was rough. And for it to happen on TV. Not happen on TV, but because most time people in a normal life would, and probably with her as well, she would have dealt with that. Probably nobody would have knew about it except for maybe, her friends or people that was around her or whatever. And the fact that she dealt with it publicly and she handled it very well, but that had to have been rough. That had to have been very, very rough. Now, I was wrong when I said it was taped and the funeral, that she lost, the reunion was taped. And I guess the funeral was before that or whatever. I don't know about the timing. I don't know. Because it seemed like they made the reunion and then all this stuff happened. But I'm just pretty shocked that surprised me as far as her character. I still like Denise. It's not this doesn't take anything from me. Just being honest with you. I'm sure a lot of people can probably be doing the hate Denise train. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm confused to why she did it. I wouldn't have done it. And even Tommy said it was inappropriate, and it was. It wasn't appropriate. I think I. You know what? Denise said on a live recently. Denise said that Tommy kind of. He didn't say she didn't say he fussed at her. I don't know what was the verbiage that she used, but this is probably what she was speaking about. That he got her together, and he really didn't get her together. He just said that was inappropriate. I don't know why you did it. And everybody was just kind of in shock. And I just feel like they're gonna berate her a little bit, and so is the internet. I can tell you right now, they're probably dragging Denise because she said that, because she spoke up for Joy. I really believe it's gonna be a drag Denise moment. And Mama, look, you're gonna have to eat that. Even though I know she probably will. I don't think that woman is very strong, but she's gonna have to eat that. She is, because they finna couple her neck. Because they love some Joy. They love some Winter. Look, let's talk about real quick Winter. I was actually enjoying Winter telling her truth tonight. I'm being honest. When she was telling her truth about Jay, I was loving it. Because it and people was like, when I said Simone was vindicated tonight, people was coming at me sideways. What do you mean Simone his vindication? She did. The whole entire season, people looked at Simone so crazy until he spoke on different bloggers spoke of mine, a little black, which spoke of other people channels and spoke her truth. But before that, people were dragging Simone until they heard her truth, and then they were still kind of going back and forth. And then tonight, when everything came out by her and Jay, Winter and Joy was like, oh, okay. Because even Joy was like, I didn't even know that you and Winter had that connection. That's just like Simone saying, I'm getting tired of being a dirty little secret. Jay was like, to me, yes, I want to be open and tell everybody, yeah, I'm dating more than one. But he was keeping keeping some stuff closer to vest. And Simone was that. Tell me, where is the lie? Tell me, where is the lie that Simone was betraying? Simone needed to be vindicated. I don't give a care how much y'all hate Simone. Okay, how much you hate it is fine. Look at what are the facts. The facts here. Jay was playing. He didn't want people to know about Simone. He was keeping secrets from Joy about Winter. Let's keep it all the way gangster. She didn't know about them different room changes. She did not know. Not until the video was shown. Did you not see how stiff Jay was, baby, when that video was showing? Did you not see how Joy was like, oh, I will let Winter, I want to hear Winter what she has to say. If you were paying attention, human behavior is typical. Your body, your movements, your face is going to tell the tale before you say anything. And if you were watching, when producers were coming up and showing these never-seen conversations that Winter and Jay were having, you should have saw Jay face trying to explain stuff, and Joe was like, let's let Winter talk. Mm-hmm. Yes. Winter was like, she was done with Jay. Winter was done with Jay with the kiss, maybe even before that. But Winter made it known that Jay was telling her stuff to make her feel like she was in his top. Simone was saying the same thing. And Joy didn't have a clue. Winter didn't have a clue. And Simone, I think Simone had a hint and a half. I think Simone caught on to what Jay was putting on and was done with it. That's partly why Simone did what she did. She was trying to let the girls know, look, wake up, y'all. This is what's going on right now. They didn't want to hear it because they was all in Jay's, they didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to hear it. Sometimes you can't tell somebody the truth, you have to show them. Denise, the crafter of messages from others without consent. Welcome to the chat. I do not understand Denise saying that. I have been on Denise's side almost this whole season. Not really her side, but I have agreed with some things that she has said a lot. But with this, I can't. Because welcome to the chat. I'm sorry, is it Hickey Dunn M? I don't understand the purpose of Denise doing it. That's my whole situation. I don't get the point. What was the purpose of you doing it? I still don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it really doesn't. Because I was trying to sit back when I was watching the video and waiting for me to do this live. I was like, okay, let me look at the live, look at the video again. And everybody's emotional. And Denise, I have a message from Joy. I was like, why did you even say a message from her? I would have just said, I'm speaking from my heart. And this is what I think that we should do, or whatever. Okay. Favorite chips in the freaking world. I don't know, y'all. I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't know. They gonna drag her for it though. And I feel bad, but they gonna drag her for it because I wouldn't have said, if I was gonna say that, I wouldn't have said nothing. I wouldn't have said anything at all. Besides condolences to her family, and we're gonna pray for her. And see, even Tommy didn't even know. Did you see Tommy's face? Tommy wasn't happy about that. Tommy was not happy because Tommy was like, wait a minute. Tommy said, wait a minute, that message that Denise told us was not true? Did I not clean my phone? Hold on, y'all. No. Had to do my Lysol spray. But like, seriously, baby girl, don't know what possessed you to say that. But that was, my bad. Well, that was a weird situation, and I don't get why. I'm going on record saying I did not agree with Denise saying that. I think it was, and people were saying it was self-centered. People were saying that she's trying to bring attention to herself. I don't know who will use death as a moment to bring attention to themselves. I just don't see her doing that. I really think in her own way, she was trying to give condolences, or not condolences, she was trying to comfort the group. I know you're going to say I'm wrong. I just don't see her. Who could be malicious about something? Someone just died. Come on. What benefit would she get out of doing them? I know you're going to type in the comments when this video drops, but what benefit does Denise get from doing that? Can you tell me that? Look, I didn't agree with everybody what everyone did. I didn't agree with Jay stuff did. I didn't always agree with Simone did. I didn't always agree with Naya, Joy, Alex, all of them. As viewers, I'm not even going to judge them because they're on screen, and that's got to be a hard thing to get on screen to put your love life, your whole life on screen. I had to give them much respect, every one of them. And they probably will never see this. But I got to give them each respect. It's going to be hard to do that. But yet, at the same time, if you're on screen like that, you're going to be judged and people are going to talk about it. As a blogger, of course, I'm going to speak about it. I didn't agree with Denise did. It doesn't mean that I feel like that Denise is just some, because they always dragging her in the back. Like, Rashid was dragging the crap out of her. I was like, Lord, I had to go be in that back room because she was just going off. Narcissistic, and I forgot other. I said, he's all these big old words. And he was just talking about Denise in such a way where he was just so. But the thing about Rashid, I like you, bro. But that feeling that you was talking about Denise was because of the fact you was irritated with her when she called you a narcissist. What was the first adjective you said? And who else said something? There was a few people that said stuff. Like I said, the guy that got kicked out the first day. I was to myself, you weren't even on the show then. That fool that said something. I said, you weren't even on the show, but you said something. Hilarious. But I think Adriana, because Alex said she lied. That was what she said. Mm. I might go live in the morning before I go home. Because I know y'all going to get up when we talk about this some more. But who is this? Tatiana? Oh, their name is pretty. We can't carry on allowing Denise to get away with this behavior. She never apologizes. It's always other people's fault. She needs to stop and go get help. I'm not going to say she needs to get help. I'm not going to say any of that. But I hope she does. She did say, I'm sorry. I believe she said, I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. I can't condone it myself because I don't understand the purpose of doing it. There was no way I would have said, I'm speaking for Joy. There's no way I would have said that. Like I said, if I would have said anything, it'd be more or less like, hey, let's move on. Let's not move on. Let's do this for Joy. Dedicate this show to Joy. Let's keep pushing for love or whatever. It'd be something for the group. But there's no way I would have said this is coming from Joy or from whoever. No, I don't condone that act. I don't. I'm just being honest. You said she never apologized. I believe she said, I'm sorry to Joy. And she said she called Joy and told her that she said something, but Joy said she didn't know she said that. And like I said, even Tommy didn't even know. Tommy was like, wait a minute, that message was not from Joy? You know they were going to play that. You knew they were going to play that message, Denise. The producer's been messing this whole entire time. Look how they did. Look how they showed the video of Winter and Jay with the late night conversations. You knew they were going to show the message that you said to Joy. I would have been like, look, let me keep it real, Joy. I did leave. I said a message that was from you to try to give, comfort everybody. I just want you to give you heads up. I said that. Now, like I said, it's still. I'm still confused of her saying this is from Joy. Now she made a statement saying that she was trying to be, I guess, I don't know, y'all. Look, I can't even come up with words to actually understand what she did. Okay. But y'all gonna drag her anyway. Y'all gonna drag her. If y'all ain't dragging her on Lipstick Alley, they probably are dragging her on Lipstick Alley tonight or tomorrow. You know they're dragging now. And they're dragging Jay. And see, Jay thought he was slick. But look, Jay thought he was slick. The reason why I say that is because he was having all these side conversations, all these side situations happening. And I don't know how he thought that nobody was going to ever come together and talk about it. But he got away with it with the whole season. Probably why I believe that he wanted Simone to go. Because he didn't want that tea to come out. Did you not see the never before seen footage they were showing? The never before seen footage was the tea. The producers held that back for a reason, to keep that narrative. Mm-hmm. The producers held a lot of stuff back so they can show it Like, oh, you forgot. Oh, chip flew up my hand. You didn't forgot. Y'all was over the bed creeping. Bloop, bloop, bloop. The next episode, the next part 2, it's gonna be some trip. It's gonna be a trip because I know Naya was sitting there mighty quiet. I said, Naya's not a quiet person. Neither is Denise. It's gonna be a trip because I don't know what was going on. And then Winter really was, to me, Winter was a player in this first part. Y'all gotta give the Winter. She was telling her that she was like about Tony. Something happened between her and Tony. Negative, and she told it a little bit. They didn't want to get all into it, but they're starting. I guess they're just starting back up again. She said she was done with Jake still playing games, and he was. I don't know what happened. Cat finding his door and his notes. I don't know, but I do not think Cafani and Adriana are together. I don't. You know what I believe? I believe that Adriana goes to Cafani. I'm so serious. Look, Cafani said he got a note on his door. With the note said, "I'm out." Oh, Jesus. I don't know, baby. Anyway, I just want to come on and talk real quick about the Denise. I know it's 3 in the morning because y'all are probably asleep. Y'all go see this in the morning time, and I'm going to wait till y'all jump your comments. Do y'all think Denise was wrong? Do y'all know why Denise said what she said? Do we even know what was behind her saying that? Do anybody know why Denise said that? I love asking myself, because I'm not going to speak for her. Really, truly, y'all can speak for her either. But I do not think that she was being malicious. I don't think she's being mean. I just do not think that. I'm pretty sure you got that she has some kind of reasoning behind this. People saying she was being selfish, making it about her. Because when it happened, I didn't look at it like it. At the time when the show was, I was watching it, I didn't look at it like, oh, it's all about Denise. I didn't take it that way. I took it as they were all being there for each other. That's the way I took it. I don't know. I know y'all gonna have a difference of opinion. And that's fine. We all should have the same opinion. But I'm gonna read your comments in the morning. Y'all gonna have plenty to say. But part 1 is done. Part 2 is next week. Goodwill between now and then, we're gonna dish. I'm off Monday. So you guys already know it'll be live after live. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I gotta get my the bail collectors coming up. I gotta get my commentary about that. I already have married at first sight already up. I still gotta do I gotta do the challenge. Other than that, I'm Gucci. Deuces.